to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ward.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive.
Turning it on! They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Pocket breaking down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Got a man. It's Adams. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Hokies are on the move.
Nice job by the quarterback seeing the receiver.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll take a deep shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got
some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! Great job by the back on the option. Lining up for the PAT.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Coming out with it, it's Adams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. That's caught. It's Adams.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire...
Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hoosiers! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
great play by the defense, taking that back for a pick six. And as a quarterback, if you're going to throw to your running back, you've got to be accurate with it. Remember, they are not receivers. And if you make it difficult and tricky, bad things happen, and it did right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Duff. At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Hokies will hustle to the line. Gonna run it. It's Adams. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's moved. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Back to pass. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fareed. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Oh, he's got some space. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work, Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a...
Intercepted for the 11th time. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Hokies. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. He looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Fareed. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That 3-touchdown lead has been cut to 7. The momentum has shifted, and now a chance to get it back on this drive.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're...
Unloads it downfield. Caught at the 25.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Got the quick pass. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The Hoosiers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Here we go. Touchdown, Indiana! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by 10 to South Alabama. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Completes it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Adams. There he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Gets the back moving. Direct snap. It's Ward. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Adams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Offense working from the pistol. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and he could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Makes a grab past the marker. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that is a perfect job by the offense executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Fareed. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run.
He lost one down the sideline. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
He's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Hit as he throws. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Hokies are in the hurry up. The give on the inside. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Sets up the screen. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing.
Breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The Hoosiers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Ward. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They'll go back to the air on second down, trying to set up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's got it. First down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
The Hokies have moved it inside the 20. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Hokies want to crank the tempo. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Man, what a backbreaker for this defense. You do such a good job backing them up, making it fourth and goal, making it a long situation, and the offense comes through with the touchdown pass. That's just heartbreaking for this defense.
Virginia Tech, 28.
He'll bring it out. It's Fareed. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
Here we go. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds.
Turning it on! The 40, at the 30, the 10, touchdown Indiana! He got a step and just dusted the field. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
To the air on first down. Right on the money. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
On the direct snap, it's Ward. Flushed out of the pocket. They reached into the bag of tricks on 3rd down, and it did not work.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Good enough for 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Moon. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.